I used to think that isolation was some kind of a training, like monk mode, cut off the noise, cut off the people who weren't really going anywhere, and use that silence to actually build something. Wake up early, read, lift, don't drink, don't waste money, don't waste time, stack the right habits on top of each other until you become someone undeniable. And obviously for a while it works, like in the sense that it produces results I could point to. But somewhere in there I really stopped asking like what any of it really matters. And here's something that really nobody tells you about: fuck you happiness, David Goggin mindset, like discipline, isolation. It feels identical to growth from the inside and even from the outside, since you can point to the results that you've done, that you've made. But you're doing really like you just can't tell yourself like you're doing the hard things. You're saying no to easy comfort. Every single data point, like literally, really looks like progress. So you don't question it, because why would you question something that looks so much like becoming better? But there's a difference between doing hard things to build a life and doing hard things to build a case. A case for why you're better than the people you left behind, why you're above the club, the drinking, the wasted Saturdays. Like I wasn't just avoiding those things because I didn't want them. I was avoiding them too, so that I can have some evidence as to why I'm better than them, like feeling superior. And once your habits become evidence for verdict you're trying to reach, but you are in fact a serious person, a good person, like nice guy, a person who has it all together, you're not really disciplined anymore. You're just performing to yourself. The only difference is there's no audience here, or rather, like the only audience is you. You built an entire stage just to watch yourself act out the role of someone who doesn't need anyone. That's the part that took me quite a long time to realize, to see. I thought I was protecting myself from the people who let me down before. Really, I was protecting an image, and the image needed to be maintained more than I needed to actually be okay. So I remember like the exact texture of the lowest point. When the vacation started, the structure literally fell away, and there was nothing under the discipline, like no momentum, no meaning, no purpose. And I literally, it was just me and the phone with reels for 16 hours straight, feeling worse with every scroll. Like that's when it became really obvious, even for me, that the whole system was just some kind of like an empty shell. So if discipline is only sustainable because it's propping up a story about who you are, it collapses the moment the story stops being convincing. And at some point, every story, any story, stops being convincing to the person telling it. What I actually wanted underneath the routines was never invisible to me. I wanted someone to know me, like not the version with the good habits and clean diet and the early alarm, like the actual version with the parts that don't look good on on a highlight reels. So I couldn't even get there with my own family, because half of what I needed to say didn't really have words in the language we speak to each other. So it just sat there, just unsaid, which is its own kind of isolation, the kind that exists even inside a room of like full of people who love you. I think a lot of self improvement culture sells you a version of this trap without naming it. It tells you that the name of the way out of pain is to optimize your way past needing anymore. Like fix your body, fix your habits, fix your schedule. Even eventually, you won't need the messy, unreliable thing but it's our people. Like letting yourself be known is completely different discipline than the one I was practicing. It doesn't look impressive from the outside. There's no merit to it. You can't post it. It just means at some point, like sitting across from someone and saying the true thing instead of the composed thing. I used to think vulnerability was a risk you took after you'd already proven yourself. Like get the body, get the discipline, get the achievements, and then you'll have earned the right to be soft with someone. But right now, I feel like that's exactly backwards too. Nobody is waiting for your credentials before they decide to actually see you. The seeing has to come first, or the credentials just become another wall. So here's where I kind of concluded, where I landed, at least for now. Discipline isn't the enemy. Waking up early, training, reading, like some of that is the problem. I mean, none of that is the problem. Like the problem is when those things stop being about the life you're building and stop being about the case you're building. Like I said, I don't think the answer is to throw out the structure. I think the answer is to stop using it as hiding place, just letting people in so they can actually see you, validate you, and recognize you. Because eventually nobody does see through it. And the only real question is whether you let them or whether you keep performing until there's nothing left underneath to find. That's about it in this video. Thank you for watching.